Welcome to the newest episode of B2B e-commerce integrated. If you're new to this podcast, my name is Arno, and in this podcast I talk with IT leaders of manufacturers, wholesalers and distributors to understand their perspective on B2B e-commerce. You can find the podcast in the mainstream channels such as Spotify, YouTube, Apple and Google with the name B2B e-commerce integrated. In today's episode, I want to share something special with you. As said, usually in this podcast, I'm having interesting discussions with IT leaders about various topics around B2B e-commerce. This time, I wanted to share a presentation from our Tech Forum event, which took place last month, December 2022. During the event, we had a lot of interesting discussions and presentations about B2B e-commerce, and one of the highlights in this event for me was a presentation by IT manager Willem Pretorius from Montego Pet Nutrition about the company's B2B e-commerce journey. What makes this presentation inspiring and worth listening to is the story how Montego Pet Nutrition managed to tackle their multiple challenges, like complex IT processes, by changing into fully ERP-integrated e-commerce. I hope you will enjoy listening to this episode, and if you do, please share it with your friends and colleagues to help us grow our podcast even further.
Just a little bit about myself. I've been in the IT industry for almost 20 years. Started out in the financial services industry, working across various stock exchanges. And then, I decided to change industries and work in the manufacturing side of IT. So I'm quickly going to just share with you a little bit about Montego Pet Nutrition, the company that I work at currently. And then I'm going to share my story with you with regards to our approach to install and replace our legacy systems with the new modern e-commerce integrated platform. I'm going to share some of the objectives we had in mind when we embarked on the project. And then I'm going to share with you what we have managed to achieve. So just quickly, we are based in a little town called Graaff-Reinet. It's a semi-desert area here in South Africa, in the Eastern Cape province. We are located somewhere in that area there. And Montego has been around for 22 years. It's the largest independent privately owned pet nutrition manufacturer on the African continent. So we are not listed on any stock exchange. It used to be a family-owned business for the best part of 20 years. And then in 2020, we got a strategic capital investment from Yanni Capital, who's based in the UK. We've got over 800 employees working at Montego Pet Nutrition. We've got 4 regional offices in South Africa. We export to 7 countries, mostly on the African continent, with some exports to the Philippines and Asia. And then we've got roughly about 2,500 active customers, and that's obviously what I'm going to speak about. That's our factory in Graaff-Reinet. So just before I start, I think one thing that's important to note is that our managing director, Johan, he's quite a techno, he loves technology, and his motto is always that it must be as easy as possible for our customers to do business with us. So when I joined Montego in 2019, I obviously did a investigation and an audit into the existing systems that has been deployed at Montego. And I did find a challenge with regards to achieving this motto of Johan to make it as easy as possible for our customers to do business with us. So I'm just going to share some of those challenges with you that we were facing. We were running on a transactional financial system that was fairly out of date. It was running about 7 or 8 versions behind the latest release. We also had some custom developed B2B platform that integrated to this financial transactional system, but it was hosted by a third party external to our internal systems. We also had a custom delivery portal which we used to do transfers between the factories and the warehouses, as well to last mile deliveries to our customers. So yeah, what we faced with that is obviously we had some integration realities, like issues on a daily basis with regards to integration and the developed platforms disconnecting from the live transactional system. Real-time stock accuracy was a problem for us, and it just became very cumbersome to administer the solution end to end. Then, yeah, we also it was very challenging to actually do any updates to the system. We had to rely completely on the third party to make any changes to the system. We've got an internal marketing department, and for them to just make to upload minor images or create an advertising banner was quite cumbersome. It took a long time in order for us to do that. We had to plan way in advance with the third party in order to make those changes. And it was also expensive. The solution was custom built for us. So there was no intention of this company to actually produce any enhancements or um, use current trends in the market to enhance the platform. And they obviously leveraged the fact that we were the sole user of this platform, and it was very expensive to make changes to the platform. Then obviously a big challenge, as what Arno was alluding to in the keynote, was just managing price updates. We work in a very competitive environment, and we need to adapt to market changes quite quickly. And the one issue we had is that well, we are still a small IT department, but yeah, we had to rely on this third party and play the middleman between our finance department and the third party in order to just make price changes to the system. Yeah, it limited us to respond to the changes in the market, like I said, and to apply aggressive strategies. So it really became quite difficult for us to support the business from an IT perspective in order to make these changes to our systems. Another challenge that we had was just to maintain item master. So we obviously had to replicate our customer information from Excel spreadsheets, a combination from Excel spreadsheets and the customer information that was in the legacy financial system. We had to replicate that to the hosted environment, and that too took quite a long time in order to just onboard a new customer or just make changes to an existing customer. It actually took quite a long time. And then core to any e-commerce platform is obviously the product that you sell. And that too was quite cumbersome to just add a new product, make it available on the web store, do customer segmentation, only make certain products available for certain customers. It was a very manual, laborious process in order to manage that. And in most cases, we had to duplicate the process on both sides. So internally, from a finance department, it then had to come to IT. We had to do some stuff on our side and then send it to the third party in order to make their changes. And then only it became available on the web store. So yeah, it was quite a laborious process in order to manage and maintain that. So what we did is we actually sat down and we had a look at all the options, and we either had to upgrade the existing financial system and with the developed products, or we could embark on deploying an ERP or investing in an ERP. But with that, we wanted an e-commerce solution that was totally integrated with the ERP solution, in order to have real-time administration of our customers. When we added new customers, we wanted that to be visible on the web store as soon as possible. Same for product and the same for price agreements. We also wanted to reduce our total cost of ownership. So like I said, it was quite expensive to manage that third-party system. One, it wasn't hosted in our data center. The vendor insisted that we hosted in their data center. It was costly to make design changes. So our marketing department were designing some nice banners and some infographics on products. And in order to get that visible on the web store for our customers, promotion management. So whenever we ran a promotion, we had to rely on the third party 3, 4, 5 days later in order to make the promotion available to our customers. So we wanted to reduce our total cost of ownership without necessarily increasing staff. Like I say, we are a small IT department, but we are quite a big finance department. So we wanted to leverage some of those employee counts in order to administer and maintain the system. So not necessarily offload the additional administration onto the IT department, but make it as easy as possible for the financial department and IT to work together with the system. And then we wanted more insights into our customers, so what our customers are doing on the web store. We didn't have any accessibility to that information. That data was completely isolated to us. We actually had no indication as to what customers are doing from a web usage perspective, how much time they're spending on the site, whether they've got baskets that are abandoned. All of that information was completely blind to us. We had no visibility on that. And we also wanted to create a more omni-channel platform where our customers can do more than just placing orders with us. So we also wanted to manage our returns via the platform, so customers can submit a return order in order to return some damaged or stock, whatever the stock status is, back to us. And we wanted all of that to be integrated into the main financial transactional system, or the ERP. So that was just in a nutshell our main objectives that we wanted to achieve with replacing our legacy systems. And what we've managed to do, or after quite a long process of evaluating various ERP systems and various e-commerce platforms, we have decided on Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations, together with the Sana web store. We have managed to obviously reduce the time that it takes for us to do price updates, to onboard new customers. That actually happens within minutes at the moment. So we've actually managed to offload that responsibility to our finance departments, who are the custodians for creating new customers, and also to manage prices on the products. So by giving them access, role-based access, so everything is secure inside of the ERP and the Sana platform. We managed to create these roles where they can actually manage those processes themselves. So we've eliminated the middleman, which used to be IT, completely from doing price updates or creating new customers. IT is solely the custodian from a technology perspective and making sure that the environments are available and that they are secure. So we've achieved our objective to reduce the total cost of ownership quite dramatically from that perspective. And then obviously insights, we've actually managed to achieve quite a lot with regards to insights. We've got a lot more visibility as to what's happening on the system. It's a lot easier for us to track orders and order statuses and see where those orders are stuck. And I think Arno mentioned that one of the customers have managed to have had no issues with regards to order management or order troubleshooting. And we can say the same. Since we have adopted the new e-commerce platform, we've dramatically reduced. Actually, we've had no order related issues with regards of order being stuck on the sales platform. We haven't received it on the transactional system. That's issues we haven't experienced since we have gone with Sana and Microsoft Dynamics. So we currently do 69% of our sales, our total sales across all our sales channels happens through the Sana B2B platform. We've got 8.4% of our sales orders happening via electronic digital interchange, which is mostly some of our big cooperations that integrates with us electronically. And then we've still got 22.6% of our orders that are being captured manually. That's just a quick look on what our landing page looks like currently. So what I talk about is just to create these updates took us about a week. So our internal marketing department would design these banners. And then it took us quite a while in order to make this visible on the platform. So now we are actually able to upload these images within real time. We've given our marketing department role-based access in order to do these updates themselves. So from an IT perspective, we actually don't even know what images are being deployed onto the site. They manage it completely by themselves, and it obviously gives them the freedom to react quickly to what is happening in the market and what requests they are getting from the sales executives in order to meet customer requirements. So yeah, that was quite a massive improvement for us, is just to be able to maintain the site ourselves, and to make these updates. And it's a lot more, from a financial perspective, it's costing us a lot less than what it used to cost us to make use of a third party to do that for us. What I actually just want to show out here as well is the integration with the ERP. So what you can see at the moment is we've got our products, and the attributes for the products are all maintained within the ERP. So this master data sits within the ERP, and it's being replicated or synchronized to Sana within seconds. So we can make any changes to these attributes inside of the ERP. And when we refresh the cache or the system on the Sana side, it is visible immediately. I've just removed the pricing because it is sensitive information, but as you can see, our products are being displayed, and the pricing obviously happens in real time as we change it on the ERP. This is also a massive benefit for us, where we can manage all the page elements ourselves, so we can communicate more effectively with our customers. We can share interesting news, or we can make them aware of some promotions that are going to happen. We're moving into the festive season now, so it's quite a busy period for us. And yeah, our marketing department has got the ability now to update this in real time without having to log a ticket with IT, follow a laborious process in order to just make these changes to our e-commerce platform. And this is just to show that it's truly an integrated platform for us. It sits literally within the Microsoft Dynamics module. It's a module within Microsoft Dynamics. And like I say, we've got quite a lot of ability to make changes to that and to do updates inside of Dynamics in one place. So we don't have to update multiple systems. We make changes in one system, and it gets replicated to the e-commerce platform. And that's just a quick overview of the web shop landing page inside of Dynamics 365. So as you can see, we've got quite a lot of information with inside of the ERP of what's happening on the web shop. So this is only sales orders related to Sana, or that are being generated from the Sana platform, and that sits within the ERP. So it's a quite quick little dashboard that gives us visibility. So the road ahead for us, what we would like to achieve is obviously increase the footprint, actually increase the amount of sales orders that we generate on the platform. We currently have 22% of that we're going to try and focus on, and a lot of the savings that we've managed to achieve as part of reducing our total cost of ownership, we can actually apply that to promotions in order to get our customers, the remaining 22%, to also make use of the platform to place their orders. And what we're also in talks with at the moment is to expand the platform to our international customer base. So you can just imagine with shipping products across geographical locations, there are different currencies, there are different supply chain requirements, etc. And we can manage that in the core ERP system, and we can make that available to our international customers on the Sana platform. So we're quite excited about that. There are some minor customizations that we are looking at doing, and that's just because of the supply chain requirements. You have to order a certain size container. If you do sea freight, or if you do road freight, you also have to order a minimum container size, and we are looking to work with Sana in order to make that shopping cart a little bit more dynamic, where we can actually provide that information to the buyer to show him how much he's actually met with regards to fulfilling the order to be shipped. And then, we also are looking at embedding some additional Power BI insights with regards to each customer's specific sales analysis. So we can actually show some cool graphs and insights for each customer as to what they spend with Montego is, how they are performing, what other customers in their region are buying, etc., etc. It also enables our sales force, being our consultants, when they visit a customer, they can actually log into the Sana platform and view reporting or analysis information in order to share that with the customer. And then real-time order tracking that we also want to achieve on the Sana platform, where we can actually in real time show the customer what's happening with the delivery of their order. So that's just in a nutshell our story. Like I said, it's not my forte to do presentations every day, so apologies if I did go a bit fast. But I think at the end of the day, there are lots of e-commerce platforms out there, and I'm definitely not a salesperson for Sana. And I actually don't agree to doing these sort of presentations. But when Arne reached out to me, it's definitely a product that I can back, and I can vouch for the operational efficiency and the support that we've been getting. So definitely the ERP-integrated e-commerce platform has created a lot of benefits for us, both from an operational perspective, also from a financial perspective. And I definitely do sleep better at night knowing that I'm not going to have an e-commerce site that's not available, or some orders that are stuck somewhere in the stratosphere. So thank you for that. Thank you for your time. I don't know if there are any questions.
Thank you, Willem. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Actually, I think you already answered one of the questions, but I'll still ask it in case you have more to add. Well, it's from Nico, and first of all, he's congratulating you on a very pretty website. And he is asking, what would you say is the one biggest factor to recommend Sana as a partner vendor for e-commerce and B2B?
I think for me personally, it's just the professionalism and the response to requests, and also understanding what the requirement is, what we want from a business perspective, and then providing a solution. There's a quick turnaround time with regards to that. So I think from that perspective, it's really the reliability and the professionalism of dealing with Sana has really made my life a lot easier.
Thank you. And another question from Gert. Did you or Sana had to custom build the integrations, or are you only using standard features and connectors?
No, the integration. So the web shop plugin that you saw inside of Dynamics, that's standard functionality. So when you deploy Sana, that's part of the installation process, is that it will actually extend that module within Dynamics. It's a once-off configuration, and then you would set up all the security keys in order to make the connection to the Sana platform and Dynamics. The nice thing about it, they both hosted in Azure. So I think Sana's got multiple cloud platforms that they leverage, and so our Sana web store sits within our Azure cloud region, which is in Europe, actually at the moment, North Europe. But that's all standard functionality. We didn't have to custom. The only thing we did custom is we had a small, with regards to our credit management, we've got a hierarchy where we've got some customers that's got a main branch with multiple sub branches, and we apply the credit limits and terms and conditions on the main account. But even that integration, even that customization, it was minor and it was very simple, and it works like a charm. And it was first time around. I must say, it really sounds like I'm a sales advocate for Sana, but I mean, we did that development and we did UAT testing one round, and we managed to actually deploy that to production without any issues. And I think that was a first for me in my IT career.
Thank you. And Gert is saying thank you also, and he really liked the session. Another question from Russell, who thanks you for the great presentation. And he's asking if you could comment on any difficulty you've experienced during your implementation, if any. I saw in your presentation you implemented the ERP and SANA together in 14 months. So
My advice would be master data. I think the benefit for us of running deploying a new ERP system with the e-commerce platform as part of the ERP deployment was the configuring master data. And because SANA is integrated with the ERP, we didn't have to do that twice. So we managed to get our master data ready, and when we deployed that into the ERP, that was already we just had to set up customer accounts on Sana that linked to the customer accounts on the ERP. That was the only manual side of things, but it was very seamless.
Yeah, and I can, from experience, actually, 14 months to do both ERP and webshop is not very long, actually.
It was really, I think, one of our biggest concerns were, especially from our MD side of things, because the previous sales portal was his baby. He actually developed it custom developed it with this other party. And I remember clearly he said, just remember 69% of my sales are being generated with this channel, and I don't want to lose that. And we didn't have any drop-offs when we went live. And actually, like I say, one of our biggest objectives for next year is to actually increase that to at least 82%. So yeah.
And I had a question about that, because I'm already impressed by 69% actually online, but you wanted to do more. What do you see as the main blockers for this 22% right now who still order manually?
Personal relationships, and just maybe without offending somebody, we still have some customers that are just used to picking up the phone or sending an email. And so we are trying to lure them into using the platform, making it attractive for them, maybe from a promotion perspective or rebate perspective. It just reduces the administration overhead for us. We don't have to deal with an email. We don't have to deal with a phone call. It's all recorded in one place. It's traceable. So it reduces the administration from our debtors department quite significantly if we receive the order from Sana. And the nice thing as well is, the credit management with regards to the customers are all managed inside of the ERP. So we receive the sales order, it goes through the standard credit management process on the ERP, and it then confirms the order, and that's all visible on the Sana web shop. So from an administration perspective on a data side, that's reduced quite dramatically.
Thank you. Thank you. That was it for the questions. And I see we have actually only 3 minutes left. So I propose that we have a short break. And I want to thank you. That was very insightful session, and also very impressive numbers.
Thanks, Emily. Appreciate it.
So thank you. And for everybody else, we'll see you on the main stage in a few minutes for our last presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.